death certificates are often filled out by the funeral home director, the person doing the cremation, possibly the hospital where the person passed away. They will get that information from the person who is there, the informant, the person giving them that information, usually a family member, and then they'll submit that information to the state agency that writes and fills out and issues the death certificate. But a lot of times the informant might not have all of that information, or might not give the correct information, or maybe the person, the funeral home director, the hospital, the person who's getting that information might make a mistake and might not put the correct information. So maybe, for example, some things that I've seen is the person was married, but maybe a disgruntled stepchild put that they were not married. So the death certificate says that they were not married at the time they passed away. Maybe you've got the wrong address, which is possible. Maybe you've got a misspelling of the name. So there can be a variety of things that can be on there that are not correct. Or the cause of death. Maybe the cause of death is you're challenging the cause of death, and so you need to update that. Again, there can be a variety of reasons why you need to change these things, which I won't go into here, but how do you actually change them? For minor things, and this is really going to be state specific, so you're going to want to look at, depending on where what state you're in, each state's going to have different things. For minor things, in my experience, such as a change of address, maybe name change, if you've got that information, so if you can provide the copy of the driver's license or a utility bill or something like that, a lot of times there's going to be a form that you'll fill out with the state agency, and they'll make the change for you. It's just a process. You fill out some forms, they'll probably ask you for some additional information, and you can make those changes. Where the change might be a little bit more substantive and might change the distribution of any assets or something like that. For example, the death certificate says the person was not married when in fact they were married, which is obviously going to be a big change if the spouse is going to inherit some things and maybe the stepchildren are not. That might require, and probably will require, court intervention. And so you're going to have to open up, most likely it's going to be in the probate case. You're going to have to open up a probate case, and you're going to have to present your evidence to the judge there, and then he or she is going to sign an order, if they grant your order, instructing what they want the state agency to do. So I've seen this, and I've done this personally, where someone said they were not married, but they were married. We got the court to say, to sign a piece of paper instructing the agency here in Florida called Vital Statistics to say, hey, this person was married, update the records, issue a new death certificate, prepare an amended death certificate saying that they were married, and that's how it happens. So it kind of depends on your state. Hopefully it's just, if you have to do this, it's just a minor change, and you can just contact the state agency that issues death certificates, and they'll be able to make the change by you just filling out some forms. If not, if it's more of a substantive change, you might have to get the court involved, and in that case, it's probably going to be the probate court who's going to hear your case, hear your testimony, or whatever the evidence is, and issue an order instructing the state agency to make that change.